common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. Shout out to all the new people already finding their way here. If you're ready to look at some crypto TAFA news and let the chat box ask any question they want, well, you're in the right place. We got the president of Wyckoff SMI and founder of LearnCrypto.io, Todd Butterfield. He's been trading since the days of trading soybeans in the pits. And my name is Nick Hellman. I kind of pride myself on crypto news and crypto fundamentals. I've also been on the advisory board for a few projects as well as a charity event, Tour to Crypto. And we're excited here to give you guys some information. The goal of this channel is really to educate each other, bounce ideas off each other, learn, stack those bags, because the money is coming into cryptocurrencies, and we are trying to be well positioned for the next bull run as well as the future market cycles to come. So let's have some fun. Let's learn how to generate some passive income in cryptocurrencies. Now, there's not a lot to really talk about today. There's not a ton of news. We'll have Todd looking at the charts, of course. But really, I said this is going to be a viewer-driven show. You know, we're going to keep talking as long as you guys have some questions, some charts, and some chat box action over there. Nothing really major happened besides a Tron partnership was announced. We'll talk about how big that partnership or how little that partnership may be. Obviously, the market thinks it's pretty little with very little action, but can't really predicate it on that because the entire market is down. If you guys do know, yesterday I said keep your eyes out on Dash, AION, and Gifto today, as you might see a pump. If you were a holder, you might want to capitalize on that pump. Well, that news generated about 3 5-minute green bars for each of those and not accumulating to much of anything, about 3% for each coin. So no, I didn't even take any action. But I will talk about the news and a little bit of fundamentals going behind that. We'll see what Todd thinks about the chart, but right now it's not looking too pretty. Let's toss it over to my screen here. The coin market cap, we're currently sitting at $208.5 billion. We lost another $2 billion today, with the Bitcoin dominance inching slightly higher. As you know, with Bitcoin kind of showing a little bit of red action here today, some of our favorite altcoins have given back some of their gains, including ZRX. It is back down below 14,000 Satoshis, and we'll see if it gets back down to around our buy area we gave a few days ago. Everything in the top is red except for Tether. Imagine that. Everybody was panic selling their Tether for 85 cents and buying True USD for $1.15. And looky here, Tether back up to 98 cents. Now is the time, after the FUD is over. If you are worried about the future of Tether, now is the time to sell it for Bitcoin or sell it for another stable coin of your choice. That way you are not selling Tether at a discount while paying a premium for another asset. So you guys have to make that decision yourself. I would assume Tether is going to continue its course a little higher and probably approach the dollar mark. So if you are more sure of Tether, you probably have another 2% sitting on the table right there. And really no big winners today at all. Pivx is recently up 8.5%. It was up as high as 10%. This is on the recent announcement that they will be added to BitThumb, which is, as you know, is a top 10 volume exchange. I don't know if the listing has gone live. I do not have a BitThumb account, but they will be listed over there at some point. If it is not live yet, I would expect another pump. But with the overall market sentiment, if you have a BitThumb account with Pivx on it and we see a secondary listing pump, I would be selling a majority of that, looking for a quick swing trade there, as nothing seems to be holding any of its gains at these levels. We got Polymath up 7%, Eternal Token up 5%, and Crypto.com up 5%. Raven Coin is pretty funny here, guys. It's up 4%. So Binance tweeted out something about, you know, their milestones for the week, talking about opening the foundation. adding Ravencoin. So there's a lot of bots out there. If you guys remember when John McAfee was giving his coin of the week, people set up bots. So whenever McAfee would tag a crypto, they would automatically go on the exchange and buy them. Well, people have bots for Binance as well, trying to catch listing pumps. When Binance posted their tweet about their weekly updates and said, oh, we listed Ravencoin, the bots all bought it up. Overnight, this thing was up like 50%. It has given up some of its gains, but really hasn't dropped all of them as of yet. I thought that was really hilarious, and people were having some fun with that as well. If you were awake for the pump, you can do a quick, there was an opportunity there. Obviously, it's given up about 20% of its gains, but I just thought that was hilarious. And that's, you know, people ask us, what about trading bots? And that's one of the things you got to realize. Trading bots are not human. They can't think for themselves. They only react based on the code that you feed them. So algorithms do mess up from time to time. That's why we see some massive wicks up and down as well. People say, oh, that could be a fat finger. More realistically, it is a bot failure. And I don't know about you, but I would not want to be on the side of a failed bot tuning in and being like, wow, I just chased Ravencoin up 50% because Binance said they added it earlier in the week. Well, without further ado, let's put Todd Butterfield on here. Let's take a look at some charts and see what happens.
I don't know what we're going to talk about today. Not much really going on. A little bit of weakness across the board. 1 hour Bitcoin, we're sitting here. We just did a little bit ago. We did a 65.80 or so. About 70 cents or $70 off of that. Not much else. I mean, I think that's an ABC, the downside. I still expect we could go a hair lower tonight, and then I think we'll have another ABC back up. I think everyone's starting to talk bearish again quite a bit. I'm still not really in that camp, but I think we're just going to probably keep trading sideways a little bit and get more people sideways and wrongly positioned. So let's. One thing I want to talk about, I saw people talking about the stocks here. The Dow had a pretty good down day. This is the DIA, the Dow ETF. You can see down here the OP went to a new low today, but price is still holding. I don't think we're going to get a crash here. I'd rather see an ABC again back to the upside, and then maybe I'll turn a little bit more bearish. But I personally don't think we're going to hit them hard here. I think this is probably a test of the lows. Technometer's at 45 on the SPY. You will see, though, on our Wyckoff wave, much weaker today. Some of the components of the Wyckoff wave coming under pressure. And still on the TLT, I talked about trying to cover shorts. I've not done that yet. I think we will get another hit in the stock somewhere here, and the TLT will bounce. But I'm going to wait to cover a little bit more weakness. And we did have some more strength in the gold today. I treated out ABX, continuing to work higher in the Wyckoff markup phase. This chart's just so pretty, I got to keep showing it. You will see as we worked higher, the technometer is coming off of overbought, which will happen. So if we get a type of ABC pullback here, you probably then will get the technometer down to more of a neutral going for oversold, so you could add on to this long position. So I think this one's still going higher over time. So one news item I want to go over right now. I just think this is still important. This is really from 3 days ago. I think they updated a few things. But you've got the Adam White, who was, what, the 5th hire at Coinbase. And I guess I just want to go over this again because he's obviously got a front row seat more than anybody else, I would say. And he has set and said he's watched the last couple of years, watching money managers and other big investors evolving views of cryptocurrencies. And he says, you know, that cryptocurrency markets will go their own way and see bull and bear markets, but what matters is the daily number of transactions, etc., new protocols. And he says that, and making cryptocurrencies easier to use. So he just, you know, he's going to back because he wants to be now, you know, on the front edge of institutions coming. And he just says that's happening. And I think for him to say that, I think you got to listen to him.
Yeah, and over here in the chat box, that goes with Leon. He said, would love to hear your thoughts on incoming institutional money, backed, etc., hijacking the libertarian idea of cryptocurrencies by controlling it with her custodianship, etc. What do you think, Todd?
I mean, I understand that, but I just think the institutions, I mean, ICE took the energy markets, and he talks about it down here that the digital market is fragmented like the energy market of the 2000s. And ICE was a major pioneer in that and made a huge liquid market. And we're going to see the same thing on the same scale in cryptocurrencies. You know, that's just, if that happens, just so bullish. Because I've kept saying it all along on this channel that, you know, we had a bubble on a small scale, but it's nothing if the institutions start moving money here. And what would be more of an older average investor starting to move this way. So I think another, you know, I'm not sure it'll be a bubble. I think it might just be a bull market that has sharp corrections, but just keeps working higher. And for him to leave Coinbase and now be ready for the institutional money, I mean, he's on the front. He's got the front seat to this.
And I understand what you're saying there, that they're taking away the libertarian idea of a free money, et cetera, et cetera. But with all practicality here, if you truly believed in what cryptocurrencies were, it's supposed to be a decentralized network, a new monetary system for maybe a global currency for Bitcoin or whatever it may be for people to use. In order for mass adoption to occur, there's not a lot of individuals who are either tech savvy enough or have enough time to use cryptocurrencies like they're meant to under current conditions. With the advancement and you get institutions on board, you get companies on board, etc., although you lose some of that libertarianism, if that's what you want to call it, you do get better user interfaces, you get more practical use cases. And although the fact is, yeah, you want to be your own bank, and that's great for most people. I always say, if you can, own your own private keys. That way you hold your Bitcoin. But for most, that's just not a reality. So without custodians, institutions aren't going to come into play. People aren't going to invest in them as investable asset classes, just like they do with gold and silver and other commodities, because cryptocurrencies are being labeled commodities, and people aren't going to be able to use them as freely. I think if for Bitcoin to become a global currency, there's either going to have to be a really quick learning curve by the average individual, or there's going to have to be some well-developed intermediaries, which we're seeing with some of these protocol layers. They're going to have to create great general user interfaces. Those protocol tokens will benefit, but then they can host the integration of Bitcoin, Digibyte, Litecoin, whatever the peer-to-peer transactional currency may be, and that way we can actually use them in real-world cycles. Square is on its way to doing that. If you go to any, I would say, non-franchised restaurant, small restaurants around here, you know, we got the Loop, we got the Central West End, Walsh Ave, whatever it may be, a lot of these smaller bars, they all use Square's system. You walk in, they got what looks like an iPad hooked up, and they got the Square card reader. Square is very pro-crypto. Now, if Square integrates Bitcoin transactions, Litecoin transactions, whatever it may be, that takes away a little bit of the libertarianism of cryptocurrencies, but now it creates a practical utilization case for them, for the average individual. They don't need to know much. They simply have a custodian with Fidelity, or maybe MasterCard comes out to where you can get a MasterCard hooked up to your custodian account. Now you can go to the bar, now you can spend it via Square, and now you actually have utilization of the network, and maybe we don't need fiat currencies anymore, and maybe that's where the real value proposition comes with these. I understand people going back and forth saying it's kind of lost its root causes, but that's just what happens here, and we're beyond that stage. So you got to get yourself positioned for the institutional money to try to capitalize on the profits if it's there. And if it really does go to the next level and we all start using cryptocurrencies, then obviously you're going to be more than enough tech savvy to utilize those as well.
Plus, I've got some clients, you know, still on the stock side that I got a client probably $100,000 to go to cryptos, you know, and you start saying, well, go to Coinbase and download this and do that. He's just setting. I mean, he wants to be probably a Schwab, or, you know, he wants it to be just easier like stocks are, or just he wants to be able to tell me to do it so he doesn't have to do it. So I just think that still brings in the money when this is made easy for everybody by Fidelity and Schwab and everybody.
So let's do one news article, and then we will do the Zen giveaway from last night's show. So if you have not watched the show already, get over to last night's live show, smash the like, smash the subscribe, and leave a comment with your Zen wallet address. Now tonight, I'm not going to be giving away Zen, but I do have to give a shout out to Ultor over on Twitter. Obviously, you guys know past communities or individuals may still have issues and troll on Twitter. But what they do is they create a fake account. They block me, Todd, Learn Crypto Show, and all of our other strong community members.
And everybody else.
And then they post on our Twitter so we can't see it, therefore we can't reply. Ultor is somebody I've run into with the ECA community. He went ahead and let me know, sent me a screenshot that somebody did that. That way we can block them, report them, whatever it may be. And I said, hey, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for letting us know about the trolls who blocked us. So he was posting on like 3, 4, 5 of our Twitters, and we can't see it. We can't react to it because they block you beforehand, because obviously they're a cartoon character hiding behind a computer screen and don't want to even let you know who they are, and they can't even handle a response. But nonetheless, I said, hey, I really appreciate that. I offered him some coins, and he said no. Give it back to the community. I got plenty of cryptocurrency. So on behalf of Altor, we will be giving away 100,000 RAPIDS RPD coins. As you know, I am on the advisory board, or business advisor, helping the project a little bit. It's a brand new project. But you can get the RAPIDS wallet address from crex24.com, bytebtc.com, or any ERC20 compatible wallet, whether it's the MyEther wallet, the Engine wallet, whatever it may be. So if you want 100,000 RPD, simply leave a comment in the comment section below with your RAPIDS RPD wallet address. I just put a chat in the chat box here with their Twitter account and their ticker symbol, so you can do a little more research if you want. And throw it down there. We'll pick a winner on the next live show we do for 100,000 RPD. Currently, I think that's only worth about $10, but like I said, it is subsats. It's a 0.9. I think at the market cap right now is only a few $100,000. So shout out to Altor. Thanks for hating on the trolls, getting our back with the trolls. And on behalf of Altor, we're giving away the coins to you guys since he didn't even need them or want them.
Shout out to Crypto AZ. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, we got a pretty good channel here and a good community. So lean back and stay around for a while.
Stick around, smash that subscribe button, like button, and you will earn yourself a wrench. Welcome to the community. Now, this is what everybody talking about, this massive partnership announcement that Justin Sun was, kind of reaching out to or leaning towards here a few days ago. Well, it came out. Blockchain startup Tron announces partnership with internet giant Baidu. A blockchain started aiming to decentralize the internet is shaking hands with the field's most prominent player, but does it even matter? Tron Foundation revealed in its latest tweet that it would be working closely with Baidu, a Chinese-based internet giant, to use their cloud solutions. So far, it kind of sounds similar to what Qtum is doing with Amazon Web Services, but let's read on. Far from what seems like an official and detailed press release, today's announcement nevertheless confirmed to Tron's October 12th teaser, in which it admitted partnering with a giant whose valuation was worth billions of dollars. But to many who responded after Baidu's name came to the limelight, the Tron partnership with the internet giant was no less an equivalent of a tweet quoted, "A sleeper's partnership with a pillow." A more in-depth look into the jumble of a tweet could prove that Tron is easily a customer of a cloud computing service that Baidu offers. Nothing more, nothing less, at least for now. The blockchain startup aims to build its wave-field Tron system on Baidu Cloud. It's as simple as that, guys. Oh. So usually partnerships are considered to be mutually beneficial agreements. That means that both Tron and Baidu would be earning from this partnership. But instead, it seems like Tron is just using Baidu's cloud service in order to build another application for its platform. So although it is not all bad, Tron is still creating another product which will use their native TRX currency. I think it is far from a reality that this is actually a partnership that brings direct value from this traditional behemoth to Tron's network. Now, I did send a tweet, not just picking on Tron, because I do hold some Tron. But I did send a tweet, and I said, I own some TRX, so not trying to FUD. But it is important to try and get to the root of utilization of the underlying crypto as we see more partnerships and integrations with the traditional enterprise world. This applies to all altcoins. So just like we broke the Qtum news yesterday as soon as it happened with the Amazon partnership, it still wasn't a very detailed article. Although it does seem the Amazon and Qtum integration is more of a partnership because both parties will be benefiting in the long term, the Tron partnership as of now does not. It seems like Tron is a customer. TRX gets no benefit from the partnership besides another product launch for Tron moving forward. So we'll continue to follow these partnerships because we're going to see way more crypto and traditional companies working together to try to find solutions and use cases for the blockchain technology. But what we need to see is the blockchain technology being used that uses its native currency. So if NEO creates a partnership, it needs to use NEO or gas for those coins to have any value. We all know by now a lot of these praise themselves on not being securities. So by holding these, you are not owning any share of the company itself or the blockchain, but just the native currency, hoping for an increased use case and utilization of the network, which should drive price appreciation. So if they are not using the currency, there is no reason for the value of that currency to go up. So we got to keep an eye on that. We'll continue to dig into the fundamentals. As of now, I think this was an overhyped Tron partnership announcement. Obviously, the market kind of felt the same, but I still do believe it is nice that Tron is building yet another product, hopefully that can be used by the masses moving forward.
We got another $10 from Jet. Thank you very much. Got
Jet.
a subscribe out of Crypto AZ.
Shout out to you guys. Jet, the $10 super chat. That is awesome. You see your name there at the bottom, and we got some more coins falling in the glass. We really appreciate that, Jet. But once again, guys, if you guys are going to donate super chat or using the Streamlabs link in the description, make sure to give us a comment, question, or concern so we feel as we earn it. Although we do come on here for you guys, feel free to ask for a chart, feel free to ask for a question, and we'll get right on that. Thank you, Jet. Really appreciate it. It'll buy our pizza tonight, need some dinner. Things have been rough here in the crypto market lately.
I think a comment from Cameron Work rolled over the top because you asked it right when you started talking. So, yes, I'm still managing crypto portfolios. Yes, I've launched the software, using it. Yes, it's going to be offered to subscribers. We're launching a new trading website shortly. So I don't jump around on what I'm doing. Nick, don't jump around. So you're at the wrong channel for that. So we do what we do. Nothing's going to change. You can ask me 3 years, 10 years. If I'm still doing cryptos, the answer is going to be yes. So there's more money coming. Yes, on the pullback, people that gave me money at the day of the top and didn't sell Verge and those things, I lost those accounts, and that's fine. Anybody really invested in this market understands the volatility, adding money, and looking forward to the next bull run. So we're prepared for that.
Mainframe 386, why wouldn't you dump crap Tron for a legit blue chip? There you go. My opinion on Tron has always been the same. I kind of hold a little bit of Tron here and there because Tron always has a very strong community and you ride some pumps. That's kind of the same reason if I ever do hold, when you guys make me buy XRP, it's kind of the same thing, my opinion there. But yes, Tron is a much smaller portfolio holding compared to the blue chips. I'm assuming you're considering like a Bitcoin, Litecoin, maybe an Ethereum, maybe an Ethereum Classic, Stellar, XRP, whatever it may be. What else we got going on? JG says, hey, I told you guys that Tether was shady. Well, nothing has been proved of it. It really was a FUD article, and now the price is right back to normal. I hope you guys didn't panic sell at 80 cents like a lot of YouTube and Twitter people were saying to do, because that was just silly. And the fact that people are paying $1.15 for true USD.
That was the worst trade of the year.
Yeah, you just lost 30% on that trade. So that's why I'm saying if you think Tether is truly shady, now it is back up to 98 cents. I think it's going to rise back to that dollar range around 99 cents. If you think it's shady, buy Bitcoin with it or move it to another stable coin or move it to an exchange and just get into USD, whether it's on Coinbase, Bittrex, whatever, Gemini. You can do USD on those as well. And then Jim Thixton says, Tron to $1. Not with that partnership announcement. That's all I got to say. Tron to $1 would be a massive market cap. I'm not going to say anything's impossible because I do believe that these crypto markets are going to be well over a $1 trillion valuation moving into the future here with the next bull run with the institutional players coming into play. Backed exchanges next month, guys. ErisX is going to be second half of 2019. It's going to be physical delivery of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. We got TD Ameritrade getting involved. We got Fidelity getting involved. Oh, man, I'm so excited. The bear market's here. We don't make much money doing this right now. That there's not much money to be made trading. We're trying to do things here and there. But, man, am I accumulating. And am I excited for the future of cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and these institutional investors. For all the new people watching, my day job, I work for an institutional financial advisor as a performance analyst. And let's just say that hedge funds are starting to approach institutional investors pertaining to cryptocurrency investments. I mean, that's about all I can say on that, but it's coming.
In my day job, I sit in front of those 8 screens. I have no life.
Those 8 screens,
that's all I do. My wife's 2 hours away. So, yeah, I'm all in on cryptos. My wife and I, we're all in on cryptos. So, and then I do have the software. Let's roll through this real quick on a few of these because
I know we got a bunch of new names in here every night with so many people watching. A quick preview on what this is in front of you. This is a proprietary Wyckoff software here with the Wyckoff markings indicators on the bottom. Todd is the president of Wyckoff SMI. Therefore, he owns all proprietary Wyckoff trading tools dating back to 1930. So we got the OP Force and Tech, and this is a software we created that aggregates price and volume every 5 minutes from 96 of the top crypto exchanges. So Bitcoin USD, this is not a Binance or a Bittrex chart where you're trading off of one geographical region and one set of volume. This is all Bitcoin trading pairs throughout the world for the top 96 exchanges, aggregated together every 5 minutes. Go ahead, Todd.
Bitcoin USDT, I mean, you're still seeing this has been in a downtrend, the volume. We hit a new low just now at 7 o'clock. Price is still holding, so I just can't give up the bull side yet. Technometer's down at 42.66. I will say that on the Bitcoin USD, we did get within a couple days of a sell signal, but didn't get it. Technometer is around 46, I believe. Now 44.84. I mean, we did put out a 48. But again, and the charts there almost the same, but it gave us a good buy down at the 62.50 level. So I think you still got to stay long. You might have some stops down there at 62.50, 63.50. If you're worried about a break below 5,700. For right now, I've had 3 buy signals down there. Everything still kind of seems to be holding. So I'm going to try to stay with it here. And Sun Scorpio wanted a TRX. TRX USDT. Technometer still neutral. So not much to say on that one. I'm not quite as organized as normal because, again, the developers are trying to tell me that the subscriber software is going to be ready for Tuesday. That means ready for me to look at, okay, etc. We still got to get it where you can subscribe, pay, etc. But they're telling me that they think Tuesday they're done. Here's TRX USD. We had a buy signal the day of the low, and Technometer still neutral. Not much really to add there. We're going to do Classic here real quick. And, just like the White said, I mean, we have bull and bear markets as long as the fundamentals are staying with it. I think volume will come. I mean, institutions are probably slowly trying to buy some stuff down there. That's why I think, personally, with the volume coming in to the downside so heavily and prices not giving it up, that I think they've just got some bids in, and they're trying to soak up some here with such a negative sentiment from retail investors. So here's TRX BTC with the volume, again, hitting new lows, and price is still holding. So I'm personally not a big fan of TRX just because it's not in my top list. I don't really hold any. But that chart doesn't look that bad when you're looking at it through the software lens. ETC USDT. Not much here. I mean, a buy on the day of the big break. Technometer still down here at oversold. And once again, OP's hitting new lows while price still holds. As I keep saying, some of these charts kind of look like metals did, 3 weeks ago? When the selling let up, metals firmed up quickly. The strong metal stocks really firmed up. So that is, hold on, I don't think I got, I don't have DGD. Let's see if I got XLM. I mean, there's XLM with the, we had the sell up here. We talked about having a breakdown through 22. And actually the software gave us a buy right here at this 21 and change. Technometer's at 47. So I would still think XLM can hold in here and still try to work higher. Let's look at XLM USD.
Jay Constant says, I want to buy alts now. Every time I buy alts, they are wrecked 2 days later. Oh, yeah, everything's still kind of pegged to Bitcoin and in the sideways motion. If Bitcoin has a little bit red, the altcoins tend to bleed out a little more.
XLM BTC. The software's still having some issues with data requests because my guys are filling in data on like 1,500 coins. So they're on XLM BTC. We have came close to a sell yesterday or today's close. Again, if anyone knows has been here on the channel, I'm way more interested in looking at the USD USDT charts, not an XLM BTC. I don't need two variables on a chart, just need really the one. So I'm more interested in seeing the XLM USD USDT. So let's see if XRP's got anything different to show us. So I know you got a lot of people always interested. There's the OP again hitting new lows and price still holding. A lot of the charts looking this way. Technometer gave us a buy here. We're at the same price. And Technometer's not really at a 38, but coming down to an oversold area. So XRP USD. I don't think the USDs are loading correctly. And this one did. Not as much. Same thing, buy signal back here. You got a scratch on. Technometer's neutral. So that's all for right now. There's UUP. I did not enter another short in the UUP on the long dollar ETF. I've been short that. Got small losses at the moment. Still trying to figure that out. We got a Technometer still overbought. So I might add to shorts on the dollar soon. I'm not sure.
All right, well, let's do this. We got another news article to go over. We got a lot of chat activity, but let's give away the Zen from last night's live show. Hopefully you guys got a chance to get over there. And also for tonight's live show, if you're just tuning in, we are giving away a brand new coin called RAPIDS RPD, thanks to Ultor over at Twitter. So 100,000 coins will be given away. If you want to enter, simply after this video is posted, leave a comment in the comment section below with your RAPIDS RPD wallet address. It can be found on Crex24.com and ByteBTC.com, as well as any ERC20 compatible wallet. That includes my Ether wallet and MetaMask. Check it out. Leave a comment in the comment section below for your chance to win 100,000 Rapid coins thanks to Ultor.
What up, Ryzen?
All right, here we go, guys. We got to go to the live chat. Hopefully you guys got in here. Got your chat in here. We had 1,430 views so far for last night's live show, not even 24 hours ago. We'll copy that. We'll throw this in here.
A moment of silence for the 9 ETFs being approved next week. And Ryzen, tell your little Ryzen we said what's up.
Here we go. 1% chance of you guys to win here. 1% with the 96 comments here. Here the winner is going to be. I don't even know what that is. Pronounce that, Todd.
No. That's
Keep
it.
up the goose work. There we go. You are the winner of one full Zen worth $15 currently. I'll be sending that tonight. I believe I owe, let's see who else I owe.
Nice
Zen.
Thursday night football. You're not doing anything tonight.
I also own from last night's show Mass Diabase. I'd like a Lambo, but a Zen might soften the blow. I owe you a Zen as well. I'll send both of those tonight or tomorrow morning. Congratulations, and yet another community winner of some free cryptocurrencies.
We really send
We try to have some fun here. Try to help out, ease the bear market by giving away some coins back to you guys. Usually it's Zen or 4, and now tonight is Rapids. So make sure to enter. It's a lot more fun when more people are involved, hoping that their name is called. It's not the $800 million lottery, but hey, free coins are free coins.
Hope one of us win that. We're going to have some fun trading cryptos.
Oh, man, if we won the lottery, oh, my gosh.
What up, Caroli? Big supporter of the channel, has been, will be. Thank you very much.
All right, the last news article before I see somebody over here says, Nick, what was the AION Dash news? And I will let you know here in a second. So, are you guys banned by Nouriel Robini? If you are over on Twitter, this guy is supposed to be a world-class economic person who is bashing on cryptocurrencies. Then you got the Twitter OGs and Twitter trolls going after him. Even the ones who are trying to polite and try to prove him wrong with factual data, he instantly blocks you. So what is this guy saying over there, and why is he saying it? Man, you do not want to be the target of some crypto guys. I mean, I know some of these guys that can hack the shit out of this dude, and this dude is messing around like that. He's crazy. Recognized economist Nouriel Robini, a professor at Stern School and NYU, recently launched a series of attacks against the crypto sector. He claimed Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. Ethereum co-creator Vitalik Buterin amassed a wealth of $1 billion by creating a pre-mined blockchain network, and said public blockchain protocols are unusable due to $60 fees. I don't know what fee for crypto is $60. Well, let's get into the first one. Absurdly, Robini decided to utilize a narrative that Bitcoin's transaction fee is $60, and to pay for products of less value, such as a cup of coffee, would cost upwards of $63. We all know that we can get on this website here and easily see what the cost of Bitcoin transactions are. Currently, as of the writing of this article, they're about 10 cents. I also tweeted verification on Twitter. Somebody moved around $194 million worth of Bitcoin. It was done securely and immutably, all within a few minutes for 10 cents. That is the strength of blockchain technology. That is the strength of Bitcoin. And that's why I believe they have a future. If you guys have ever tried to do an international transaction or try to move large sums of money, the fees are exorbitant. The processing time takes days. And that is all removed with this technology that we're finding here, and really a better monetary system. A policy that the banks might not like because they can't collect on overdraft fees and processing fees, and PayPal might not like because they can't charge you to wait 3 days to get your money that you earned from, say, Super Chats over to your bank account. But that's what's possible with cryptocurrencies, and we're starting to see that stick. He also said earlier this month, Robini claimed Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin, the two co-creators of Ethereum, stole 75% of the supply of ETH. That's interesting. I thought blockchain was transparent. The native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum protocol. Quote, Vitalik Buterin, the ringleader, together with Joe Lubin, of the criminal pre-mining sales scam that created Ether. They stole 75% of the Ether supply and became instant millionaires of fake wealth. Well, even if they did do that, I wouldn't say it's fake wealth, because if they sold it for cash, now they have the USD that you love so much. So are you calling USD fake? I mean, I don't get it.
This guy must be smoking some cannabis.
In response, Buterin reaffirmed that he had never held more than 0.9% of Ethereum supply, instantaneously refuting the claim of Robini. The third claim was also easy to disprove because through blockchain explorers, anyone on the network can publicly and transparently verify wallets and all of its transactions. Bitcoin's not private, guys. If you want a privacy coin, go with Monero. I mean, go with Zen, go with Pivx, go with one of these, because Bitcoin's not private at all. I can see everything you guys do if I find out your public address, and I can see everything that Buterin does with their initial addresses and where all the coins were when they were created. Why did Robini do this? It remains unclear why Robini, who is respected in his field of economics and finance, decided to attack an industry with a series of arguments and claims that can be disproved with sufficient evidence and data that is available to the public. We have seen this in the past with others. Who's that guy from Goldman Sachs? I even forget his name. Jamie Dimon or whatever, attacking Bitcoin. We've seen Warren Buffett do it. We've seen Bill Gates even do it, even though now Bill Gates is funding a blockchain project. Isn't that interesting how everybody comes around? That's what happens when you try to understand the technology rather than be a sheep following the herd. Now, we've seen these other ones talk about this, but they're bigger names. We know now that they were just flooding the market because what are they doing? They're creating trading desks. They're creating institutional platforms, and they were pissed that retail investors are making all the monies while they were sitting on the sidelines. Now, Robini, for example, I'm not really sure. Maybe he thinks that we're about to enter another bear market here for Bitcoin, that we're going to break lower, and he's going to be the all-proven hero that saved us all from losing another $2,000? I don't know. But until then, if you are a true crypto enthusiast and you're not banned by this guy on Twitter, you're probably doing something wrong.
He's a paid puppet for the banks.
There you go.
Trying to keep these markets down.
There you go.
I got a Litecoin chart I want to show real quick because I saw some people talking Litecoin a minute ago.
Shout out to Wog, $2.40 super chat. Komodo and Request Network chart, please. Well, let's see what we can do here after the Litecoin one. See if CMD or Request Network are on there. I'm not sure even the Request Network ticker.
Rubini said 90% or 99% of coins are going to go to zero. So that's maybe one thing he said, halfway decent.
Yeah, that's the one thing that might actually be accurate.
Here's still Litecoin. I mean, you can see here in the last 2 weeks here, OP is hitting a new low for the move as of today. I mean, this chart's 3 months. Technometer came down here twice, gave us a decent buy here, a little bit of a higher buy. We kind of got break evens. And we're coming into a buy probably with a little more weakness or just a little more stagnant price in the next 24 hours. So, again, volume just keeps coming into the downside and price is going sideways. So, I guess I'm still got to be a little friendly there. Let's see if Litecoin, BTC. And really, it's the selling isn't quite as heavy in this chart here. We're near the lows, but prices as well almost. And technometer's at 42. So again, I'd rather follow the USD, USDT charts. Let's Litecoin USD, see how it looks. And you're going to see the same type of thing. Volume hits new lows at 7 o'clock. Technometer's 39.69, which is right close to a buy signal. And price is still even holding above these two minor lows. So, I don't know. I'd be long Litecoin with a close stop if you are worried about it.
Komodo is KMD, if you have it.
I think I got that. I don't think it's marked up. Yeah, see, I'm having some issues with USD when we're going through. That's not going to be fixed till Tuesday. Here's KMD BTC. I mean, really a buy signal here and just came to a sell signal. If we're in a trading range, I would think KMD probably stops here. But if this is the start of a bull run, you're finally getting the volume to turn up as big as it has on this chart. So again, if you think we're in a trading range, I'd sell it. If you think we're starting a bull trend, I would probably let it continue higher and try to buy a pullback where the technometer comes down to maybe 39 or 40 or something. I think it's time to let these things work for you on the upside and see if they can get something going. And that kind of brings us, you can talk a little bit more about some of these Palm Beach a little bit, or what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. See if you have REQ available, or you probably have it available on TradingView.
REQ?
Yep, that was his other part of his super chat over there.
Let me make sure. Okay. And back to what Cameron said. I don't know if he left. He usually asks those questions because nothing's changed on PCG clients. So I've still got the majority of extremely good clients and larger portfolios and still expanding that and working on that. And looking forward to these markets starting up again. Or really just trading, just trying to use the software more. Here's Binance REQ BTC, 2 hour. Any chart like that I like here because that thing is starting to outperform here. So I would chase that and trail a stop. Let's see what it looks like on a 4 hour. I'm not sure what that green arrow was. Someone probably asked about it before. I mean, I think these coins are still trying to make lows, and I'm sure I'll try to remember to add that to the software. But I'm sure like most of them, it's just had horrible downside volume coming in. And it looks like some green bars are coming, so maybe volume's going to finally get turned around on that coin as well.
There you go. So pertaining to last night, if you watched the show, I said, hey, you know, keep an eye out. If you see a Dash, an AION, or a Gifto pump, I would probably try to swing trade it. I said clearly, if you own it, do not. If you own it, look for the pump. If you don't try to chase anything here because this is all based on hypotheticals. Now, the hypothetical came true. There was a report written up about these three cryptocurrencies as well as others, but it the primarily focus was on crypto taxation. Obviously, then that's when Bitcoin had a nice red candle, so you didn't really see much. You kind of saw 3 green 5-minute candles, which added up to about 3% gains on each of the 3 projects. Nothing even worth trading. I knew it was coming. I didn't even try to trade it because it wasn't even worthwhile. But the update on those 3 projects and why these individual and why this group was saying, hey, I think you need to keep an eye on these, keep accumulating these cryptocurrencies, especially these 3 are because of this. Number 1 was Dash. Venezuela and adoption in Venezuela continues to surge as the country fights rampant inflation. We all know what's going on with Venezuela, with Argentina, with Turkey, with Iran, with Brazil. Their monetary system is collapsing. Cryptocurrencies are trying to fill the gap. For those in the United States or for Nouriel who don't believe that cryptocurrencies are worth anything, I would question him to go to YouTube. I'd question him to fly to one of these third world countries and tell me then what does work. Because mass producing of paper money that isn't worth wiping it with your butt or using it to wipe your butt, how is that going to work for a monetary system? The United States now is still the golden standard or the index of fiat currencies, kind of like Bitcoin is the index for cryptocurrencies. But open your eyes. I'm a U.S. citizen. I see it. $20 trillion in debt. Increased inflation, printing of money, raising of rates. That adds up to a kind of bad case scenario moving forward. I don't think that this can last forever, although I do not think a collapse is imminent, because if the USD collapses, man, all fiat currencies are going to collapse. But you got to start seeing the writing on the wall and understand that something has to change, and I think cryptocurrencies could be that change. So, for example, Venezuela-based company Dash Text has released its beta, an app for Dash transactions over text message. The service is already available on Movistar, which down in Venezuela is one of the country's major telecom companies. That means just major telecom companies and all of its users will be able to download Dash Text, kind of like it is an iOS app, and then send transactions to each other via text messages or SMS or whatever you want to consider it. And it's just that simple. They will receive it once the block reward is obviously gone through. Dash does have obfuscation of transactions, so it can be partially private in Venezuela. I'd probably recommend that since the government is probably going to start trying to crack down on cryptocurrencies. Also, in other positive news for Dash, Coinify recently integrated Dash into its point-of-sale platform. Coinify, if you do not know, is a virtual currency payment service provider in Europe with access to over 30,000 merchants currently and 70 countries. Currently looking to continue to expand. Now, I'm not even going to tell you guys the buy up tos on some of these because I don't even want to blow your mind or try to begin to explain how these are calculated.
Buy up to a pork blaster.
But just know that I'm going to continue to preach. I've been saying, we've been on this show. We started the show during a bear market because we saw people getting false information, getting overhyped, getting shit on by pump and dumps, whatever it may be. We came on here to try to give you some good technical analysis, not saying, oh, I bought this, I bought that, but with real order books, with real buy prices, with real sell prices, not hide behind a cartoon, but really try to build a community to help you grow, learn, educate yourselves, and learn from you guys just as much. So just know that I've been preaching to accumulate at these levels. Taj thinks that we might go to 6,200. We called the bottom at 5,800. We have not been back down there. But I can tell you what, guys, with all of this institutional infrastructure being built, if you're not buying now, I don't know why you're in cryptocurrencies. At this point, I really don't care what you buy. The next bull run the water is going to raise all tides. It is the market cycle after that you need to be in the winners. Accumulate whatever you like. I tell you what I like. We talk about the news. We look at the charts and see what the charts like. But really, you just need to be buying cryptocurrencies, mining cryptocurrencies, noting and staking right now. Don't wait, push it off to next weekend. Do it now. Get on your computer, look up a video how to start mining. Look up a video how to create a Zen supernode, how to create a Linda masternode, how to create a Dash masternode, whatever it may be. But get passive income generating, hold on to those coins, don't cash it for USD, and get ready to ride a wave that you never thought was possible. It's coming. That first wave we were talking about to Bitcoin to 20,000, that was retail investors. Ask yourself, how many people do you know that own cryptocurrencies? And we got to 20,000. Now imagine you go down the street and every Joe Schmo is buying it on TD Ameritrade. Institutions are buying it on Backed Exchange and ErisX. What do you think the price point is on that? You got to do some math here, guys.
Plus, I know a lot of people had, the Dash super nodes when
Master nodes, they were worth $300,000.
It was like nothing. I mean, a
That's
couple
crazy.
guys have been in this office talking about that. So, crazy.
Also, AION was another one. As we told you, it's time for AION token swap. Pretty much they were just talking about how AION is going to its own proprietary blockchain. You can either do it manually with the AION wallet, or I recommend putting it on Binance or KuCoin. AION, we have been preaching in the past. We like the partnership with Wanchain. We like the partnership with the ICX, and we really believe that that trifecta has a bright future, especially with all three of these looking at like 95% losses. I mean, these things have retraced all the way back down. These have the right geographical locations over in Asia and over in Korea. They have working products right now. They're getting on their own proprietary blockchains, and they're going to try to make things happen. So I think this is another one you got to keep your eye on.
Todd said he had tears in his eyes with that speech. That's funny.
And then lastly is Gifto. Gifto recently announced a partnership with one that you guys probably recognize and probably hold in NEM, XEM. It will test the NEM blockchain to potentially use it for some of its blockchain-based services. It also wants to improve scalability and its user experience. Gifto is also always looking for unique ways to bring new members of its Gifto and UpLive platforms to that end. It recently hosted the, quote, After the Rose show for The Bachelor Vietnam. Gifto saw upswings in GTO gift sending in Vietnam as a result. Gifto right now is being widely used by streamers and video game streamers over in China. It's crazy how much that is getting used. Obviously, over in the West Coast and in Europe, Gifto is still kind of a strange platform. Essentially, it's like CryptoKitties, but on steroids because there's a bunch of stickers and the valuation. It's like trading skins in, you know, what's your favorite video game? Call of Duty. Except you can do it via the blockchain with no scaling issues and do it live. So you guys could be giving us Gifto coins or Gifto gifts during a live stream. It's kind of outside my realm, but I do believe that this is a growing trend. And after I looked at the users of Gifto over in China, I'm quite impressed. Gifto is falling all the way down from grace, around 95%. It is down around 7 cents right now. Let's just say their buy up to on Gifto. As a 10 banger from here. We're looking for 10 bangers and pork blasters. They're saying buy this thing until it 10 bangs, and then you still have room for another 10 bang. So there you go. Nothing major. Like I said, I was hoping to see more of a price pump. We only saw about 3% on all three assets due to the red bar from Bitcoin. Also due to the whole research paper being more focused around crypto taxation rather than actually reiterating a buy on any of those three products. But all three did meet the research paper and still holds true for the long-term potential of all three projects. So do your own research and have some fun with it.
Now, is Frogger, is there an esports team for Frogger? Because I was pretty good with that in college.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
I can't get on that.
Really, we went over all the news articles. If you guys have some more charts, let us know.
Back. I got one. Poly.
Here we go.
Somebody asked for Poly.
Let's do it.
Who was it? Somebody rolled through. I ran through it real quick here. Okay, volume from majority exchanges. We got new lows coming down to here that I've marked with the blue arrow. So sell volume coming in, and you can see somebody holds price. You came down to a oversold technometer here where I got the B marked. And we do have a sell at 7 o'clock tonight. So you could take profits off the table, but I think this could be one of those ones that I'm telling you about. We're not in a trading range here, I don't think. I mean, you're almost trying to go through the top of some resistance. So you don't want to sell 50 just because it's on a 50 if we're starting a markup phase. So, you know, if you're over leveraged, maybe you take some off here, see if you can get it back cheaper. If not, then if this is a bull trend starting, because you had such sell volume coming in, price holding, I'd rather probably lean off these levels and let this thing work for you. So that's my thoughts. Good buy here, and maybe we can keep it moving. That is it.
We got Wonderful Blocks is wondering if you have a dent chart available either on the software or over on TradingView.
Dent USD.
There we go.
That's going to get way easier around Tuesday, hopefully. See, there's Dent USD. I'm having an issue with those developers. You see the flat line OP Tech, so that won't be happening here shortly. Here's Dent BTC. It's going to load. You know, a lot of these charts look the same. I mean, sell volume coming into new lows here about a week ago. Technometer on this one stays pretty oversold because you've had so much selling coming in. So you can see here was the most oversold technometer. So just not a lot of volume there. I'd rather be able to bring up the USD, USDT, which I cannot do. So don't want to say much about Dent quite yet.
Here's a question for you. Leon has it. Leon always has great questions. Thanks for tuning in here. We love when you guys ask the hard questions and make the chat box interactive. I mean, it's that way it's just not any other show. We try to talk high level here and really get down to pertinent information that we can make some money on. Leon says, Todd, can the on-balance volume be interpreted the same way as the OP technometer that we see on your software and vice versa? If you want to explain what's the difference and why they're not the same.
Well, we're going to look for that to load. We're going to add on-balance volume. That's the OP there. Let's bring it down again. I mean, right now you've got on-balance volume here in the middle. Let's bring this back up here. So the top three is my indicators, and on-balance volume is on the bottom. So you can see here it is moving somewhat together. This chart probably more so than a lot that I would show you, but on-balance volume on a daily chart is saying, as you can see, like right here, this green bar, obviously that was a big up day in Bitcoin. That's when you had the tether news, etc. So you come down here and you can see the majority of that volume on-balance volume was plus. That's a pretty big up day right there. Catching that down at the bottom, lower right. So all that volume is considered plus volume. But when you go to ROP, it was only slightly higher. That means intraday, a lot of that volume got negated out with sell volume on downticks. So, and actually there was more plus volume the next day in the volume than there was even the previous day. So there was more internal volume buying the next day. But that's kind of the difference is on-balance volume at the end of the day is saying, okay, was we up a penny for the day? If we was, all the volume for the day is up volume. If we were down a penny or more for the day, all the volume's down volume. But the OP from us is taking every 5-minute wave, keeping track of the volume during the day, and then posting it at the end of the day. Then I can go to a 5-minute chart and show you how it's breaking down that day, show you how the volume broke down on a 5-minute basis. So with on-balance volume, you're just getting, you know, a huge picture. I mean, Joe Granville brought on-balance volume on, made huge calls for years, walked on water and everything else. But, you know, that was kind of a version of our OP. But we're taking 5-minute data from up to 96 exchanges and keeping track of true up and down volume. So I think quite a bit of difference.
Hopefully that answers your question, Leon. If you need a further explanation, ask again on next show and or hit us up on Twitter. And that can explain that. You can kind of see that in that little random price action he showed there where on-balance volume was almost ticking all the way back up, where really the OP was only slightly moving since the net volume almost washed itself out.
Right, that was a pretty classic one. And again, the software will bring in all those things. If you're used to trading RSI and on-balance volume, I mean, you know, you can use it, but there's just going to be a lot of differences in it.
What's going on? JG says ICX bags. I like Icon. I mean, if you don't own Icon, I didn't own it at the top, obviously. I like it now because if you have an opportunity now to buy something 95% off the highs, something that has a working team, a working product, that is being marketed in South Korea. We all know how much South Korea loves their cryptocurrencies. And something that has created partnerships with Line. Line is a mobile gaming company based out of South Korea and actually created a real partnership where they're both mutually beneficial. They're trying to integrate blockchain technology into some of their mobile games where ICX could become the native currency. So I like Icon. I like the ICX Yuan chain and AION partnership. And I think those are some that are going to have massive rebounds during the next bull run.
Let me have it back for a second here real quick. I want to show. I just showed you Litecoin a little second ago, and I showed you the OP was hitting new lows while price is holding. Now, this is a 5-minute chart showing the same thing, but it's way more dramatic here. I mean, it's showing data from July 20th to current. So every 5-minute move in Bitcoin is on here, and every 5-minute move on volume. So you're seeing that is negative volume coming into Litecoin. And thus far, price continues to try to hold in. So
what does that tell you?
I mean, it still tells me, especially if you get a technometer that's oversold, that the low risk trade is to buy that oversold reading and place a close stop. Those that trades over time will make you quite a bit of money because you're going to get low risk entries. I mean, those type of trades on stocks, you know, that's what puts the odds in your favor. Be right 60% of the time, all the time. So, but I mean, it's telling you two things: is there's huge. I mean, you could say that retail is buying all of this. They're so excited about ETFs coming and back and everything else. So insiders are selling it to them. And when volume gets oversold, then we get a bounce. But at some point, they're going to sell more to the public. That's when I think you got to go out and try to figure out, is the public, you know, buying dumb here? What's going on? But I still sense or feel that the public has been the one selling.
Yep.
And the institutions are buying. So
that's what I was going to say. It feels based on, I mean, you can see it in YouTube views, the growth from various YouTube channels, the amount of interaction on Twitter, etc. I think the retailers are getting washed out, uninterested, not checking in every day. I think they're the ones selling right now, and institutions are gobbling it up, hence why price is staying stable right here. Institutions wanted stabilization of prices. It's an easier sell for ETFs to the government. It's an easier sell to institutional investors and retail investors moving forward after their platforms are built. And I think that's what they're trying to build here. And they're soaking it up. We continue to see the OP, the volume just continuing to go down and down and down, yet price holds.
But see, one thing that's going to happen here, because there's Renault Tracing saying that's already baked into the price. So then you can say, okay, well, yeah, people are buying because of the good news. And
I can guarantee right now, if I asked all of you, tell me your definition of backed, I can guarantee that only probably 10% of you have an understanding of what it is, how it's going to involve cryptocurrencies, and why it's important. I think the vast majority of people in cryptocurrencies, which is already a tiny percentage of individuals, even know what backed is or what its future implications can be and will be. That doesn't even include the 90% of individuals who've heard of Bitcoin, and you see the surveys, well, now 50% of people have heard about Bitcoin. Well, how much do they own? 3 people I know, 2 friends, 1 employee own cryptocurrencies for a whopping total of like $5,000. That's it. Whoa. I mean, these people have more money. And I mean, if you have 3 shares of Amazon, you have more money there than you do in cryptocurrencies. There's still so many people who aren't eagerly, don't know about cryptocurrencies yet, aren't involved, that the market is irrational with the back news. The market is irrational with the ETF. The market doesn't even know what ERC's X is, and it doesn't understand the amount of money from 11 million clients from TD Ameritrade, 27 million clients from Fidelity, the amount of money that can bring into this ecosystem. And if you have physical delivery of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, physical futures delivery, physical spot trading, what that means for price appreciation. This isn't futures where the retail investor, the dumb money, bought it up to 20K because, oh, we got futures now. When future is a debt obligation trade, it allows people to hedge. It settles in US dollars. It doesn't take any Bitcoin off the market. That's downward pressure. We all know that now. That's why nobody's excited that they're talking about Ethereum futures, because we all know what it really means now. So I do believe that this market is going to remain irrational. It's going to go sideways. We have institutions sucking it up. We have retailers not really interested. And then guess what? When the infrastructure is built, you're going to start seeing Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads from these big institutions. They're going to be calling their clients and saying, hey, just like we told you to put 5% in gold and silver, you need to put 5% in Bitcoin and cryptos. You just need to do it. And then what happens to the market cap of these coins? What happens to the utilization of these coins? What happens to the percentage of holders of these coins? Right now, this is a very niche thing. Whether you believe it or not, I know you see 100,000 subscribers. Type in opening kid toys. These people have 8 million subscribers, and they open Toys R Us toys. If you have 100,000 in the crypto world, that's a big deal. This is a niche asset class that is starting to make its way to the main stage, starting to actually create usable products. And once that happens, then mass adoption can occur. And then we're talking real numbers. And then you can talk about, well, now it's baked in. But until people understand what it means, I don't think it's baked in at these levels at all.
Kana makes a good comment. Look what happened to Robinhood from adding crypto. I mean, that's very, very entry-level stock, guys. So the big money will be behind them. Let me have the chart back again, because if Bitcoin collapses here, the trolls are going to be on me like there's Todd again, he's held since the top, etc. But I'm going to explain, this is Bitcoin, and I usually show the daily chart with, I got the circles of the buy areas where I was friendly. I said it on Twitter, I said it on the show, etc. I got them quickly marked here with the blue arrows. But what's happened is we came down every new low in volume, price held, and my technometer got oversold. So I did that around here at the 63, 63.50 level. I did it here at 61.94, and I did it the other day at like 62.50. So all I can say, because I can't talk about the software at the 20,000 highs because I didn't have it. All I can say here is it's given me 3 decent buy points. I didn't sell the low. I didn't panic out. I didn't sell short 10x. I didn't do anything dumb. I've just had 3 accumulation areas here. And I'd probably say, if this level's given up, then maybe, the smart money did sell into this and the dumb public did buy it here. And we are going to go down to 5,300 or whatever a quick shakeout's going to be. But for right now, with the odds, I think, I picked 3 good points with the software. I've got profits, and I got to let it see if this thing will release to the upside. Because if this volume ever decides to come and turn around, if institutions do come in here and chase this, price is going to go up easy. That's all I know. So all I can do is try to get good buy areas with low risk, try to figure out some risk reward, try to throw in some stops. And it's tough to trade with stops now because liquidity is so shitty. So extremely hard. And I still think we're starting a bull market, even if we go down and shake everybody out here, which could be in the cards. But I think that's going to be the chance of a lifetime to buy that and wake up 10 years from now and have a life-changing event. So, but that's all. A lot of stocks have had a lot of selling and trying to hold up.
Green's at 99 says, when do you start work with Tron, Nick, Pump, Master Hellman? I don't know. When I did the Tron article, I kind of said their partnership was nothing. It wasn't actually a partnership. It was Tron being a consumer. So I don't know what you mean there by pumping Tron. I also said it is one of my smallest portfolio holdings, and I sell it on any pump. So that doesn't really sound like I'm very pro
I had
Tron
none
to
of
me.
it. The chart looks good. That's one thing I'm saying.
There you go.
If you're a technician, that's all that matters.
That's why we love what we have here, because Todd he doesn't really care about the news or fundamentals. He's looking at the chart and doing what the chart says. I'm looking at fundamentals for maybe news that we can try to get a quick swing trade, and fundamentals for long-term price potential, and actually a use case for these coins. You put that together, hopefully you can gain some knowledge, stack the bags with the coins that you deem fit for yourself. You always got to do your own research. We're just here for entertainment purposes and having some fun, hopefully trying to toss around some knowledge with cryptocurrencies and the knowledge we've gained over the years. Todd's been trading in all different industries, commodities, etc. I've been working with institutional financial advisor now for a while, ever since I graduated college. I've been there, I've seen that, I've done it, and I'm a performance analyst for alternative assets. What are alternative assets? That's real estate, that's private equity, and that is hedge funds. Who's getting into cryptocurrencies right now? Hedge funds. That's the way it works, guys. So, and you can kind of argue that you're looking at it like, these startups, if they don't go to ICO, that's almost a private equity investment. It could probably start getting to that point in the future as well. We'll see.
Hugo, keep working hard.
Keep working.
Is that XRP news today about the Gates Foundation, or was that old? Because I did see that too.
I thought I saw that just a couple of days ago. So, Gates was with Warren Buffett on the stage, kind of talking-ish on cryptos a while back. And now the Gates Foundation, who I can say this because we didn't get it, we were second in line to get the Gates Foundation at my work, actually, for some of their investment money. They are now venture capitalists are supporting a blockchain project. So, I mean, he went from saying it was all a sham to... Actually, let me give you some millions of dollars and let's create a blockchain project and really help bank the unbanked. So there you go. Once you realize the technology and the potential, it opens the eyes of even the biggest haters.
Let me see it again real quick. I just want to show people the software at work because, this was never going to happen, and I was talking shit about it, but it's sitting in front of us. Here's Bitcoin Cash, 5-minute chart going back to July 19th with volume. So you can see here there's no major selling in Bitcoin Cash. Everything's kind of moving in lockstep. So no real divergences, nothing. Here was a small one. Price goes to new lows. Bitcoin Cash doesn't. That gives you this little pump. etc. So there's some moves here that maybe could have been traded on a short-term basis, but the software is pulling that data from 96 exchanges and working perfectly. So shout out to all the haters and the trolls. I love you guys.
I love you guys. Hey, I love we always get like
Love
the
you to
same,
death.
we get the same 5 downvotes
Oh
like
my
every
God.
video. So shout out to you. If you're watching this right now and you're the same 5 people who would take your time to come over and hit the thumbs down, thanks for the ad revenue. I will take the view from you. We appreciate each and every view as we do make a micro penny on each one. So I'll take the thumbs down to get a little money off you guys. Keep tuning in every show. So that'll can accumulate. Maybe by the end of the year, I can buy 1 full XRP.
And whenever I flex, that's when I come out of the woodwork.
Somebody wants to look at the XLM chart real quick.
If I flex some real past performance from real money competitions, that pisses everybody off. You gotta love it. Now see, there's 5-minute XLM chart, which I'm going to show here real quick. Hold on, because it just there we go. See, I haven't had this data with me during the day, so hold on a second. I mean, all this showed really was the same type of thing on XLM. This is short term here because the daily was showing the same thing.
Show me the money.
Huge sell volume coming in. And when it finally let up and you had some buy volume coming in, this will be back here more here is what it was showing. And even here you had some big sell volume coming in and price holding. So, and that looked like a 5 waves up Elliott wave and an ABC down, which I really actually called on here live as well. Because this is a perfect little triangle right up here, and I thought we'd come down, take out these stop levels, because that's normal, and drop down to the 21, 22 level. So, and then we've got a buy signal. Well, we had a buy, I believe, right in here. So again, just whether you want to take short-term trades, try to make them work for you, whatever. But, and volume's gotten really nothing here in the last, but that's why Bitcoin's been on this damn triangle. So, but like you said, you can see the software bringing in that volume. So the software is going to be a big deal moving forward.
Shout out to Crypto Soldier Military Token Team member. Shout out to you. Maybe I need to take a look at the military token team, or the military token. Thanks for the $2.02 super chat. Much appreciated. Make sure that if you ever have a comment, question, or concern, if you're sending a donation to us via super chat or the Streamlabs link in the description below, we'll be more than happy to answer a question for your guys' money. Much appreciated. It keeps us here each and every day, and it is awesome. Love to have you guys, and I'm glad that you think that this episode is worth $2 and that our information is helpful. We got a new person in here. Renal Tracing says, are we going down like the stock market, guys? What do you think, Todd?
I'm not sure the stock market's going down, so
I think
I won't agree with that.
Well, I think he's asking is cryptocurrencies following the stock market down?
I think you're going to see the correlation is going to stay high between the two. I don't think hoping for a stock market crash is what you want to be hoping for if you're into cryptos. I don't think that's going to work. I think you want to see maybe the Fed not get too carried away on raising interest rates here. Maybe Trump will get them stopped, and then seeing the stocks come back where, because I think what happens, stocks come back, speculation stays in everybody's blood. And then if you really want to speculate, you come to cryptos. So that's what I think. And somebody asked, do I think the next, Greenson said, do you think I'll be easier to spot the next top on Bitcoin's next bull run using the software? I would think that. I tried to, will you throw me over the chart again, Nick? The problem is I can't answer that because you can see data did not fill in here. I'm going to tell you when they're done with the caching, the data, I'm sure I'll be able to bring this up. I was hoping, because here's the high going into 20,000, and I was hoping to show you how the OP acted during that time frame. And I do not have that to show you because I can show you how it's acting, obviously over here. But I can't show that because that way we could talk about that and see. I'll guarantee you there were some major divergences here. And what it probably was price going to new highs and volume wasn't because people were selling into that rally that knew better. So, but I can't answer that at the moment, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to have a better feeling of what's going on behind the scenes and some risk reward parameters. So, I thought back in there, this is when I first paid my developers to build the same software that I have had for stocks for years that I spent like $50,000 on. So I paid them, just got misled a little bit by bar charts and just issues in the crypto markets. So a lot of that stuff's getting worked out, and you know, I got to kind of just try to move forward. But yeah, we're going to have huge volatility still coming.
We got Roger Ripple over here asking if it is possible to go to night mode for charts moving forward, as he thinks that more people might like it, and he does it via his phone and says it's quite bright. And then we got somebody else, Wog over here, says, how do you fix that chart line? Well, what it is the way you aggregate data when you're creating a software, you're utilizing trading APIs, and in order for each call for a chart uses up some of your, what's it called?
Requests.
Your requests for the API. You only get a certain amount of requests based on what you pay. Right now, we have an API that's about $260 a month to do these requests. And as of now, every time you pull up the Bitcoin chart, it's using requests. We're working on, we already have a SuperSocket and AWS in order to cache that data, store it, so that way whenever we go back to an old chart, it is already stored, kind of like it would be stored on a hard drive, and that way it's not actually taking requests, but just saving that data.
Exactly.
So hopefully when the cache gets figured out by Tuesday is what they're saying, all that data on the back end will be importing into our AWS for everybody to see. That way we can make it a subscription service, open it up to the public for you guys to use, and you guys, instead of using our requests and we run out of them, because we're going to hopefully have a bunch of people using the software, it's all being driven off of our AWS and the saved charts. So
I've got a WebSocket that allows 10,000 simultaneous connections with no problems with delivery. So again, I don't know shit about all this. I just know that's what I paid for.
And Hugo says, well explained. Hugo is actually like a software developer. So I probably botched some words, but I try to do a basic level so you guys can understand that. So there you go. Shout out to myself.
The software backbone is coming from Modulus. I think it's modulus.fe. That's one of the top premier software providers to all the big banks, trading, etc. So I bought the software from them. They hooked me up with my developers in the Ukraine. So give me back the screen real quick for a second, because there I am in the whatever they call it, night mode, dark mode, whatever. The problem is you can see the software down here is actually still saying black instead of white, but the OP is coming in white. So all that will be fixed when we're ready to launch. But I guess, yeah, if that's better on everyone's eyes, you know, I'll switch it up, start making the blues, whites, etc. So we'll get to that.
Cool. Well, yeah, we've just been hanging out, man. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm missing Thursday Night Football. The King James is in the LA Lakers uniform for the first time ever. Do you think King James will lead the Lakers to the promised land? Man, I hate the Lakers, but I love LeBron James. He's playing his first game tonight, too. It's going to be fun. I'm exhausted. Doesn't look like we have too many more questions. Make sure to go over to learncrypto.io, and if you want to learn how to trade, we do have a Wyckoff cryptocurrency trading course with over 950 students.
What you're going to want to buy.
We also have a Bitcoin beginners course. If you know somebody who needs to get into cryptocurrencies, we'll take them step by step. What is blockchain? What is Bitcoin? How to get started on Coinbase, Binance, etc., which is very helpful. And if you already think you're a pro trader and you're not a beginner, we do have an affiliate program. You can sign up as an affiliate. Any trading course you sell with your affiliate link is between $30 to $50 fiat. You can go ahead and that gets sent to you via PayPal. Go ahead and buy yourself some Bitcoin with that. And then any beginner course. So if you're spreading the word of cryptocurrency, you want them to get in, but you can't sit down at their computer and help them do Coinbase and everything else, you get $10 per beginner course with your affiliate link as well. So check that out on learncrypto.io. If you are just tuning in, make sure to smash that like, share, and subscribe button. And this is a RAPIDS RPD giveaway. So in the comment section below, leave your RAPIDS RPD wallet address down here in the description, and you will have a chance of winning 100,000 RPD. Brand new project, just came out a month ago, and you can get the address, any ERC20 compatible wallet. So my Ether wallet, MetaMask, the Engine wallet, etc., or it's trading on Crex24.com and ByteBTC.com. If you guys don't have any more charts, any more questions, we're already here, been here for an hour and a half or something like that. For a day that we said, man, we have nothing to talk about, we just sit here and chit-chat with this awesome community.
Yeah, Carrie's doing a marathon in Kansas City this week, and that's why she's asking. She's got some screws loose. She runs like 10 to 20 miles a day.
They asked if we put a sweater on this bull. This is actually a different bull, but yeah, it's starting to get chilly here, so we had to keep the bull.
I collect bulls and bears.
trying to get it going, trying to warm it up because it needs to get ready for fucking liftoff.
Liftoff. That's all I got.
All right, until next time, guys, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto. We loved seeing all the new subscribers, all the new people in here, and you will earn yourself a wrench in no time, my friends. Keep tuning in. Keep providing insight. Don't be lurking in the background. Start hitting up the chat box.
Hit the like button.
You'll start noticing all these same names here over and over again. And guess what? We do giveaways almost every show. So just watch, learn, stack the bags, and get some freebies. So we will see you later. I don't know. It's Thursday. We usually don't go live on Fridays, but we'll see what we do this weekend for you guys.
I'm stuck here because the wife's going to be in Kansas City.
I may or may not on Saturday be looking out for a new interview. Now, this is an interview I've done in the past, so I'm not going to ruin it, but it is an update, and they might be announcing something special for you guys, so we'll see what that is on Sunday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon. Sorry about that. Peace.
Peace out.
Buy some Bitcoin. Just do it already.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.